Okay, I'm in a different vest. So we are on new member for the second month. So you have a new member and let's say they got their kit right from the class or they got it a week later. So a month later, they've had their kit for at least 3 months. So what are we going to do to help our friends? Hey, Julia. What are we going to do with our friends who have signed up with their kit and the second month? What are we going to do to reach out to them? Well, I'm huge into showing my people that I care about them and that I know they're busy and I want to respect that as well, but I want them to know that I care about them. So when we're enrolling someone, we want to help them feel like they are cared for. So here, some people don't know what kind of questions to ask or how to reach out to them. So my number one is if you can get them to a class, or you can see them in person, do a follow-up with them, showing that you care. That's number one. Number two is if you can't do that or they live far away, get on the phone with them. That's the second way. The third way is texting, okay? So that one's on the lowest. Whatever way that you can get them, but those are kind of my top priorities of how to do it. So what are some things that you can ask the people they've been exploring with it? Maybe they're using the diffuser and the oils and they don't really know what they're doing. I sure didn't know the first 3 months what I was doing. I was just kind of like, whatever, I'll try this or whatever. So here are some things that you can ask your new members and how to follow up with them. This is their second month. Hey, what is your favorite oil right now? Which one's getting the lowest? Typically, I get lavender or maybe thieves. Maybe you guys can share what your favorite was in the comments section of when you first started Young Living. What are some things that you're getting low of? And so then you can teach them right then and there. If they're getting low of them, that means they're using them, they're trying them. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't get enough of lavender. Then you can teach them how to do a quick order or Essential Rewards if they already got on it. And just all your role is to present to them what is Essential Rewards and what is quick order. Then let them decide. I always tell people the best bang for their buck is Essential Rewards, but I let them make the decision. It's no pressure on me. Just present it to them and educate them. So I put this in my new member kit. This is also in the file section. I have how to enroll in Essential Rewards, how to place on a quick order, and then how to enroll their friends. So right away, they know how to do it. But typically, people are busy and they get their welcome bag and they don't really go through it. So it's all right there on the paper and you're like, hey, in your bag, it teaches you how to do the quick order, the Essential Rewards. So it's already typed out so that they can have that. Another thing that I do is find out, remember from the first month when we were talking to them about what their reason was to get in there. If you know what health concern or goal that they have, you can do those recommendations and tell them. This is one of my favorites, and this comes in the welcome bag. It's the oils under $30. I want to get the best bang for the buck for them. I'm working for them. I'm serving them. Don't you want a deal? I do. So then I can go through this list and say, hey, I know you're having some circulation issues, so I would recommend Cypress and have them write it down or mark it off or highlight it. Okay, I know your immune system's down. The Thieves is really good, but so is Clove. Or if they're dealing with a chronic discomfort, teach them about the Raindrop, and you can pick a couple of them, say, hey, I know your budget. Let's work with your budget and pick a couple: oregano, wintergreen. They already have peppermint, Valor. Okay, get them Valor. Or Deep Relief. That's another great one. Then you can mark the ones that are under $30 to let them know what are some things that they can do to order. Then the next thing is, I was going to go through some of the questions that you can ask them. What's on their wish list? Well, if they don't really know why they got started with Young Living, you can help them. And if they still don't know why, then ask them. Say, hey, how's your sleep going? How's your healthy weight going? What are your thoughts about chemicals in your home? Do you want to start ditching and switching that? I ask them questions like that because sometimes they don't know, or maybe they got into Young Living because they have so much stress, or they got into Young Living. I'm going blank. Maybe for the makeup. So that's your role, is to figure out what it is that they want. So then you can give them recommendations to support them. Also, what oils are they not using? Maybe there's a few in there that they didn't open. Mine were, it was frankincense. And that's the one I love all the time. But it took me a year to like that. And so I had to learn about frankincense and how to use it. So that's your role as well, is to follow up with them, see which ones they're not opening, and teach them about it. Send them a little picture. You guys, it's so easy to type in frankincense and Young Living. Send a picture to their text, or tag them on our team page. There's tons of information. Go to the Google search and type in frankincense and say, hey, I was thinking of you. Let them know you care. You can tag them, send them a video. There's amazing videos on YouTube and leaders who are putting stuff out there. I know people like the shorter versions, so I try and find the 2 to 3 minute ones because people like that. Another thing you can do is give them your favorites. Oh my gosh, you haven't opened up. They probably already opened up Thieves and Peppermint. A lemon. You got to try it in your water. You just have to. Another one from the kit is Citrus Fresh. I love to drink Citrus Fresh. I can't remember if it's Vitality or not, but Vitality, drink it. Give them your ideas or what your favorite blend is from the diffuser. Keep sharing that. And so the first month, I typically tell them about the diffuser blends. The second month, I teach them more the roll-on blends, okay? So I have this in the file section as well. I've come up with them. There's a head tension one, seasonal support. As you're talking to them and building a friendship with them and a relationship, you'll know which one. Maybe they got into Young Living because they're sad all the time. Well, guess what? There's a Be Happy roll-on. You're like, okay, we need to order you Tangerine, Joy, and Bergamot because those aren't in your kit, but you can tell them about Citrus Fresh. So this, I go through the second month, I go through more the rollers. So I'm slowly easing them in because that one big jump in it can be overwhelming. So I kind of break it into a period of times that I follow up with them. Another question you can ask them is, I said, give them ideas of your favorite protocol, things that they can replace with. So you can talk to them about their Thieves Cleaner. And I like to give them the Thieves Cleaner spray bottle just because most people don't know where to get that bottle. They're busy. They don't know where to get it. So I like to give it to them. Let's make it right now. Let's go spray away. Well, I don't know how to use it. I've given Thieves Cleaner to 3 people already in the past month, and none of them have used it yet. So I need to send them a video now because what's their question? Well, I don't know how to use it. I'm like, I told you, spray it on everything. Replace every cleaner in your home and use it like you do with that. But they still are a little afraid. So maybe you have a member who's afraid and they need you to say, okay, this is how you do it. Go ahead, start giving it a try because they're new. It's scary. You don't understand it. You don't want to mess up, okay? So again, I would tag them on my Thieves Cleaner video that I did of how I use Thieves Cleaner. I would send them you can send them the link of the Thieves Cleaner that Young Living has. Young Living has their own blog. You can do something like that as well. So that's what I do second month. And then I just forgot the paper. I share the promos with them. I typically do that at the classes. But my second month, I go more into detail like, hey, let me teach you about these tiers because of the promos and how you can get free stuff. And then I say, hey, what free stuff do you want this month? And then they tell me and I'm like, okay, let's get your order started with that. So I'm taking that initiative to help train and coach. We're the coaches. We're the ones to help them. They said, yes, I want in. And I said, yep, I'm here. I'm here to serve you. So another question, make sure they know how to reorder like I told you, and then share about the benefits of Essential Rewards. So again, this is in their welcome bag. But I go through it through those 3 months. I don't go through it all at one time because it's overwhelming. Here it is. This is also in that welcome bag link. I go through in detail and say, hey, did you know after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, you're going to get free oils. I say that in the beginning, but you guys, it goes over our head. It's overwhelming, everything. So the second month is when I kind of go more into detail of what Essential Rewards is. I go into what Wild Go, let's get you free shipping. And I teach them about the PV Assistant. I spend time with them. I teach them how to use their office, if you're with them in person, or I coach them through it on the phone, or if people like to type it out. Again, it goes back to how are we going to help them? What works best for them? If they say, I don't have time to meet up with you, then I start typing things out or screenshotting things or tagging them in it. We're here to serve them and find out what can we do to help them. The last thing I do for my second month, reaching out to them, is I always invite them to classes. I offer to do a class for them anytime they want. I send them a picture of all the classes that I've come up with, and then they can pick one from it. Do they always take on it? No, they don't. Do they always respond to all of this? No, but I've had some great members that I've enrolled recently that have really just taken in on these things. So that's what I do for second month. And then the last thing I do is samples. I always message them and say, hey, I'm thinking of you. Would you like to try the Thieves toothpaste? I love it. I am in love with the Thieves lozenges. Would you like to try one of those? I find the things that I love that they don't have in their premium starter kit. Maybe they're not interested in ordering yet. So that's when I say, hey, what can I give as samples? And I give them a couple options, and then I give them about 2 samples. Why do I do that? One, it gives them an option to try it. But the other thing is showing that I care. Yes, is it a hassle sometimes to get in the little containers and put it? It is, but I want to show them that I'm there for them. Then over time, guess what? They always come back to me with the question, or they always come back to me like, hey, do you have this? I truly believe those first 3 months when we show that we care, you're setting up success for your new member as a lifestyler. I really, truly believe it if we follow these steps. So that's my second step. Please share what you do in the comment section for your second month and how you reach out to your members and the ones that are on your team that are new members. This goes for both parties. It's not just you're the enroller, but also for your team. You can help coach them through that as well.